What if your brain could be uploaded into a computer? Would we be creating AI that has the ability to feel emotions, make memories, and make choices like we do? Neurologists hope to approach these questions by understanding the Connectome. Think of your brain as a machine which is made up of a complex wiring system. The Connectome is supposed to map out those connections so we can understand how we learn and what makes us tick. The brain is made up of two distinct parts, the gray matter and the white matter. The gray matter is in charge of our cognition and is mostly made up of neuron cell bodies. When you think about it, neurons either send or don't send electrical messages, sort of like the zeros and ones in binary code. Neurologists in the University of California did form 3D connections out of a tiny section of gray matter, but this is just a small section of a mouse brain. How much effort would it take to map out an entire human brain? Let's put this into another perspective by using graph theory. These 8 people are configured in a circle, and the strings between each person are the connections. With just 8 people, we have made so many cross connections. Could you imagine 86 billion people? Because that's the amount of neurons that sit between your ears. So they decided to map out and digitalize a network of thread-like tendrils located in white matter. White matter consists of long axons covered in sheets of myelin that act like the insulation for cables. These axons connect different sides of your brain so information can pass from one side to the other. Neurologists use diffusion MRIs, which are sensitive to water bouncing off the walls of axons, with what we call an isotropic pattern. These threads look like a city with roads that go left and right and buildings that go up and down. You can see the differentiated white matter pathways by the colors. Anterior to posterior fibers are green, superior to inferior are blue, and left to right are red. In 1970, Sidney Brenner and his team connected 7,000 connections between 302 neurons of a roundworm. And in 2014, they uploaded that data into a robot and it moved. So how close are we to uploading our brains and entering a world of a society filled with artificial intelligence? There are still other things we have to account for. For one thing, our brains also consist of cells called glia, which may also help regulate the processing of information. And the average human memory capacity can store trillions of bytes of information, which would require massive digital storage space. Questions such as whether it is safe to upload our minds into hackable technology surface up, and would they go corrupt and decide to attack us? In the meantime, the Connectome could help apply base for understanding mental illnesses. Developing the Connectome could provide a base for neurologists studying Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's, and allow them to add in their own data to branch off. Disruptions in white matter pathways can lead to disease, just like how the slightest change when driving can change your destination. One thing we are sure of is that each year our knowledge on Connectomics and neuroscience increases, and will continue to unlock pieces of the brain puzzle.